Outtake. We're right here live at AE University. It's authentic or nothing. You are now watching the Tough Love Podcast.
We with Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast.
The Tough Love Podcast.
You tuned into the Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast, baby.
So, basically, man, I wanted to speak to y'all about the O.M.G Awards because I know it's a lot of people who probably like, why he don't like the O.M.G Awards, or why he always hating on the O.M.G Awards, or whatever people thinking. So I'm gonna set this record straight for y'all real quick. Okay, so when the O.M.G Awards first came out, now they say it's a 7-year annual anniversary right now. I don't really recall it being 7 years, but I'm gonna give them that because I just want to reflect back on when they first launched O.M.G Awards. I had a dispute about it mainly because of the fact that the person who hosted the awards, who basically thought of the awards, has no ties with the Milwaukee music scene. Okay, to me, it's just like a promoter hosting a show. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of artists always be like, why they don't ever, when they bring Boosie or they bring, Megan or whoever to the city, why they don't never let a local artist get up there and perform? Well, basically because that's not the promoter's job, okay? The promoter's job is to get money. That's what they are investing into, something that they want to get a return on their investment. So their main interest is not to have a Milwaukee artist perform just because of the simple fact that they have a celebrity coming to perform. That's a contractual agreement. That means that it's monetary gain for the promoter to charge the artist in order to perform. They're not just going to select somebody unless they just want to do that. Unless they got ties with an artist and they like, hey, look, we got, Megan Thee Stallion coming, you want to open up for her, and they don't even throw a dollar fee on there. All right. So initially, that's what I look at Choo Choo as, a promoter for the O.M.G Awards versus somebody who really understand the Milwaukee music scene and that are given awards based on the work that artists really put in over the course of a year. Okay, so when you say O.M.G, right, that's on my grind. That's what the acronym is for the O.M.G, is on my grind. On my grind awards. And I haven't technically been to an award show, so I don't know if they categorize, but I have seen people promoting categories on social media for the award show, so I would assume that is categorized as well. Best new artist of the year, hottest artist in the city, whatever the fuck, categorized. But like I said, I have strong ties in Milwaukee. Like, people don't really be understanding. Like, a lot of y'all meet me through social media, so y'all don't really know my background. But I have been in a Milwaukee music scene since the 90s, okay? Since fucking 90, I would say 94, 95. You know what I mean? Like, my brother and them had a rap group way back in the day. The Specialist Outfit, it was 7 of them. They was performing back in the 90s. You see what I'm saying? Getting paid in Milwaukee, performing in the 90s, man. So I have strong ties in the Milwaukee music scene. I've been around the Milwaukee music scene since forever. I know most of the artists that made a name for themselves, and I don't mean personally, but I know of them, their group, that has, really been grinding hard in the city for years and years and years, okay? So, that's why when Choo Choo made the award show, I said, this man don't know nothing about the Milwaukee music scene. You know what I mean? Right away, I already knew it was going to be a bad award show because of the simple fact is, when you don't have a background in the Milwaukee music scene, then what are you giving awards based on? You know what I mean? Like, it has to be based on something, because the last thing you want to do is give people awards for some shit that they don't deserve, because it'll make them think that they working hard and they'll stay at that same level because of the simple fact that you're not giving them a challenge. Award shows is all about giving artists a challenge. Just like saying, okay, you missed this year, but keep working, bro, and you might make the one next year. You know what I mean? But it's almost like this award show don't want to miss artists. They want to say, okay, who all claim that they artists in Milwaukee? Let's give everybody an award and just say everybody on their grind and go off of that. But see, the reason why I dispute this is because of this fact, right? If I got an artist in Milwaukee who working hard as a motherfucker, you know what I mean? I'm talking about investing thousands into their music, into their production, into videos, and, you know, getting out here, shaking hands, meeting people, have a real fan base, have real numbers behind their music, and that wake up and go to sleep music. Why would I put this artist right next to an artist who ain't even dropped an album this year, nigga, a fucking single or a video? You know what I mean? Why would I let them share the same stage with somebody who haven't put in half the work? That's 100% disrespectful to the artists who out here really working. You know what I mean? Like these artists who not really working as hard, who name you not, you know, you're not seeing everywhere, who you can't even Google because they don't have a digital imprint nowhere. They shouldn't be getting awards, man, because these artists is not working hard enough. You know, you going to the studio and dropping a song is that ain't working, fam. Like, it's a lot of shit that come behind just dropping one song. You know, you gotta do the marketing on there, you gotta do a rollout, you gotta do everything behind that record, man, to push that record. And not just that, everything that you put out. Every piece of content that you put out, regardless if it's a song or if it's a fucking interview or whatever it is, it needs to be put out the right way. That way you get the right responses. But like I said, going back to the O.M.G Awards, is that I don't have a problem with nobody doing award shows in Milwaukee, man. I mean, you do what you do, and that's what it is. But I'ma always speak on what I feel, and that's what it is. Because I'm opinionated, okay? I'm a very opinionated person. But the thing is, my opinions are not based on hating. It's based on facts in most cases. You know what I mean? It's based on something that's verifiable, something that you can go back and do the research on and find out that, hey, this nigga telling the truth, even if I didn't initially agree with it. Because I'm not going to just sit up here and say anything. Like, people just be saying any fucking thing. That's not me, because at the end of the day, I got a reputation and a name to hold. I don't want motherfuckers to go back every single time I say something, I'm wrong about the shit. So I try to make sure I go to figure out if I'm right first before I even go back to, for a motherfucker to have to go back and say, oh, fam, you know what I'm saying, you wrong. He go to real thing. You know, I think that probably only happened to me once or twice. Because for the most part, before I put up an opinion about anything, I'm researching what I'm talking about first. I know why I said it. I can elaborate on what I feel about a certain issue. You know what I mean? Like, people just be saying shit off the wall, you know, just like with the whole Kanye, Kyrie thing. People agree to shit that they don't even know what they're agreeing to. If I ask them to elaborate exactly as to why they agree with Kyrie or Kanye, the only thing that they gonna say is, we need to stand together as black people. But I'm talking about the fucking situation. I'm talking about the direct, specific situation. What do you have to say towards that situation? Nothing. Because you're not even educated enough on it to elaborate why you stand with Kanye and Kyrie. You know what I mean? But let's go back to the O.M.G Awards. So, like I said, over the last course of years, y'all know every single year niggas tag me in the O.M.G Awards, I'm gonna speak on it. Man, don't tag me in this shit. My artist not fucking with it, none of that. Because it need to be based on the right shit. I will never put my artist on the same stage knowing she working hard as a motherfucker with niggas who ain't working nearly as fucking hard, bro. Because it's gonna make them feel like, hey, shit, you know what I mean? Like they on the same pedestal as her. Or him, or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just talking about my artist because my artist ain't the only one working in Milwaukee. There's plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty to choose from if you do the research the right way. And put people in the right categories the right way. But when you bring an award show to the city and you got over 50, 100 artists on this fucking, you know what I mean, getting awards, I mean, come on, man. Let's be real with people, man. Don't name it OMG on my grind. Name it just because. Name it sympathy awards. Name it some shit where it relates to that. You know what I mean? It can be an appreciation award. You know what I'm saying? Artist appreciation award. That right there make a lot of fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? But when you saying on my grind, now that can be contested. On my grind can be contested. You know what I'm saying? Because we all understand, but yeah, we all have our own, you know, definitions of what grind is. But for the most part, it's damn near the same. You know what I mean? We know what the fuck grinding is out here. When it comes to the music, when it comes to the streets, when it comes to working, you know what I'm saying? We know what grinding is, bro. But when you fucking talking about giving artists awards at an O.M.G Awards show, On My Grind Awards show, bro, that's based on a false pretense. Okay? That is a false pretense. And that's why I have a problem with that. When you say Artist Appreciation Award show, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? You can appreciate an artist without saying that they grinding. You can appreciate the artist, you know, anybody. It could be a first year artist, a first month artist can be appreciated. But nigga, why the fuck do a first month artist that ain't even did shit or got a digital imprint getting the same fucking award that a nigga who been fucking putting all their time and money and, you know, sacrificing and shit like that, man? Why would I want to share the same stage as a nigga who ain't did half of what the fuck I'm doing? It don't make sense, man. You know what I mean? We had award shows in Milwaukee before, and they turned out pretty good. Why? Because you had people who was actually attached to the music industry, to the Milwaukee music industry, that were hosting these shows. Like Core DJ LA, when they had the award show on 35th and Viller. You know what I mean? That was a real award show. The categories in that award show were real. It was people who had to vote. It was a lot of artists who was pissed off because they didn't get nominated or they didn't get awards. But you know what? It made them artists go back and work harder for that next year. Because they knew, man, I want to be on this award show next year. It give them something to work towards. You got to get an artist something to work towards. How do you think they going to grow if you don't challenge them? You have to challenge artists nowadays, okay? Don't make every fucking thing easy. Because when you make everything easy, man, that's why we got a fucked up music industry right now. Because don't nobody got to talk about nothing in their music. All they got to do is have a slapping ass beat and say some stupid shit on the hook. And that's a song. You know what I mean? But don't nobody have to say nothing that's real in no type of music at all nowadays. So they're not being challenged. Back in the day, you was challenged. You know what I'm saying? You had a nigga that was saying so many metaphors and punchlines, you had to go sit down for 3 months, nigga, to make one song. Because that's how much shit you had to put in it for people to be able to break down. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's not that complicated, man. You can say anything on the record. The shit don't even have to make no type of sense. You know what I mean? So that's my main take on the O.M.G Awards, man. If anybody wondering why the fuck do Trae Gee not like the O.M.G Awards, that's why, man. Because it's based on a false pretense. Okay, that's why. Mainly because it's based on a false pretense and is ran by people who don't even fucking deal with the Milwaukee music scene. You know what I mean? So that's why. At the end of the day, man. You know, that's no shot to no artist, man, who doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Who trying to do shit with their music careers. No shot to nobody, man. You know, but at the end of the day, man, we gotta be real with ourselves, man. A lot of niggas is not real with their motherfucking self. And I'm not that nigga, man. I'ma always speak on it, man. I don't give a fuck if it's in my favor or if it's not in my favor, nigga. I'm gonna speak to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm not scared to say I'm wrong. I'm not scared to say what I did was fucked up. I'm not that nigga. I'm always gonna be a motherfucker who gonna speak on what I want to speak on and then tell the truth about it, man. I don't gotta sit here and lie. I don't gotta be wrong and try to sit here and argue with a nigga like I know I'm wrong, but I still wanna argue with you because I don't wanna look stupid. No, nigga, if I figure out I'm wrong, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Damn, I'm dumb. I'm wrong, bro. My fault. I'm a man. I know how to do that. A lot of artists don't know how to do that. A lot of people, period, don't know how to do that. So that's what it is, man. It's no shot to choo-choo. But at the end of the day, man, get some people on your board. Not me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit going on in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? None of it. I'm not mad about none of my artists or none of that shit dealing with none of these events, bro, because I don't even promote my art. I don't even market my artists to Milwaukee like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know there's nothing there, man. There's no market there. So why the fuck am I finna waste my time trying to connect my artists with people there who ain't connected? You know what I mean? And make no fucking sense, bro. That's a ring around a rosy ass shit. I'm not doing that. It's cool to know them. It's cool to be in contact with people and, you know, have a cordial relationship with everybody. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not wasting my time with no motherfucker who can't help me get an inch further. Nobody. I'm not trying to be in cahoots with no nigga who got a name but can't help me get bigger. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that shit, man. None of it. So that's what it is, man. Like I said, when they rename the O.M.G Awards to the GBA Awards, just because awards, I will show up and I will support you artists, man. Because that's what most of y'all is getting awards for, just because. Most of y'all is not getting awards because y'all grind, because y'all put money behind y'all shit, because y'all invested in marketing, because you did a lot of research, because of nothing, nigga. Y'all niggas is just artists. That's it, and you getting an award just for being a fucking artist. So if they don't tell you, I will tell you. Grind. Get your ass out here, man. Put some money behind your shit. If you're trying to be an artist, you are a brand. You a business. That's like trying to open up a business with no capital. It just not going to work. That's going to be a grand opening, grand closing. You see what I'm saying? Real soon. So if you an artist, build your fucking brand, man. Put money behind your shit. Get professional artwork done. You know what I'm saying? Get professional production done on your music, man. When you put out your music, you want it to sound the best you can possibly have it fucking sound. You don't want to go and do it over again. Do it right the first time, and that way you won't feel like you fucked up on your end. Research what you need. Find out what your niche is and attack that shit. You know what I'm saying? Make the best music you can make, man. That's it. And just keep grinding and stay consistent. Nigga, you cannot wake up today and grind and wake up tomorrow and you're tired. No, nigga, every fucking day is a grind. Every motherfucking day you get up, nigga, is a motherfucking grind. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you having a bad day. If you sick, nigga, you better put one post up. Every day is a grind. If you really trying to make it in this music shit. Because you're going to look back at that shit and you're going to be like, damn, man, I remember what I had to go through to get here. You know what I'm saying? We here now. And you're going to feel good about that shit. When you start making checks from your music, you're going to understand the importance of knowing your worth as an artist. When you start making money. When you're not making money, you don't even know your worth as an artist. You'll settle for anything. You'll do a feature for $100. But when you get checks for your shit, for your music, now you really want real checks. When a nigga asks you for a feature, you want 1,000 now. You want 15. Because you know that you gonna give a motherfucker the best verse that you can give them. But a lot of y'all artists really have to start focusing on marketing and promoting your music the right way, man. Connecting with people. Separating yourself from the locals. Separating yourself from the locals. You don't gotta team up with no nigga in Milwaukee who got a buzz. You can be bigger than him if you do it the right way in just a few months. Or her, whoever the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying? Just a few months. Consistency. Keep dropping back to back to back. Don't drop once every 3 fucking months. Don't nobody know you no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, 60,000 fucking songs get 60,000 plus songs get put out every single fucking day. Every day through Spotify, Apple Music, all the DSPs, man. Over 60,000 songs per day, man. And you dropping 1 song per month. You see what I'm saying? Overshadowed, man, every single time. So you gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay dropping shit. You gotta see what your fans like. And you start creating that shit. And that's what it is. So, any motherfucker wanted to know, that you have it. Why I don't like the O.M.G Awards. This your boy Trae Gee. Thank you for tuning in to Tough Love Radio. Let's get it.
It's DJ Outtake. We're right here live at AE University. It's Authentic Connecting. You're now watching the Tough Love Podcast.
We with Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast.
The Tough Love Podcast.
You tune in to the Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast, baby.